Hello and welcome back to Leila Kotori Talks To, and this week I'm here with my friend, actress, producer and director, Louisa Warren. Woo! So Louisa, if you want to introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Okay, so my name's Louisa Warren. I own a film company called Champdog Films, and we produce features and we produce TV pilots. And at the moment, we're just focusing on a few features that we've got coming out last year and this year.
Awesome. So for everybody, me and Louisa actually went to drama school together. This was eight years ago. Well, yeah, so we went to Red Roofs together. We did a screen acting course, and we've basically like stayed in the business, like clung on for dear life ever since. So yeah, so Champ Dog Films. When did you start? When did you start this company? It was a few years back now, wasn't it?
It was. So it started because I thought, do you know what, between acting jobs, I want to start creating my own showreel material. And then I thought, well, if I'm creating showreel scenes, I might as well make it into a project. And so I started on making a web series, which is a horror web series, and it got bigger and bigger. More and more people wanted to be involved. And then eventually, after some advice from other producers, I decided to turn it into a TV series, which is a great idea, but you need a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then by chance, I was working on another project with another friend, and they said, "Would you like to join your company with ours, which is Proportion Productions, and we will make a horror film?" And that's how it started. And then since then, I've made three films with them. And then once I kind of felt more confident, knew what I was doing, I was like, right, now it's time to do something that's just Champ Dog, and branched off. And then here I am now.
So I went on to IMDb just to go over everything that you've done, and you've got like 20 acting credits. You've produced seven features, directed five, and I was like, one of the ones that you directed was Bride of Scarecrow. Is
Yeah.
that out yet, or is that due to come out?
So that actually has just been signed literally this week. So that's
Ooh.
been released. I know, exciting. That's been released, we think, around Halloween time. We're still waiting for like official confirmation. So across the globe, it's been released by ITN, and then in the UK, it's actually got a different name. They're calling it Scarecrow Rising, and that's being released by Lighthouse Digital Media.
Oh, amazing. Why is it that they, because a film that my friend directed a couple of years back, I thought the name he had for it was Wicked. And then in the States, they wanted to completely change the name. And it was like something completely different to what it was. Why do they do that?
Well, we called it Bride of Scarecrow because we thought the Bride of Frankenstein was coming out. And so sometimes what distributors do, they look at films that are coming out and they go, oh, this is a nice nod to that film.
Okay,
Hence,
yeah.
we had Darker Shades of Elise,
Yeah.
which was originally called Domino Effect. And so, really, because they're the sales agents, they're the ones packaging it and putting it in the shops. I think it's just their way of going, how can we make more sales? How can we let the audience know that they're going to enjoy this film because it's similar to another? Or this is more catchy or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah, that's about
because
it.
it's really interesting, like the producer side of stuff. Because I've done like tiny bit of producing work. I'm more writing and acting. And I came to you a little while ago and I said, I really need to like learn a bit more about the producing side, especially like the finance side, distribution side, which I just didn't have a clue. And I just remember you sent me like this stuff, and I was sat there for ages just looking at it, just going, yeah. How if someone's say starting out, how would you say is the best place to really go to start, just to learn really what producing is, because it's a hell of a lot that it entails. and there's so many different aspects of it. And there's also like different producers within like the producing like blanket as a whole.
True. I would say, first of all, do some kind of course. I actually did a course at Raindance. It was a foundation in producing. And because once you kind of know the structure of what you need to do, even though it's a bit overwhelming, even though you think, I don't quite know what this is, you know that information is there for you to utilise. So you can then go and find out more about what it is. So then go and do some work experience, go and be a runner for a production company, go and say, can I shadow you? Because suddenly when you start going through these documents, you'll go, oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
That means that. And so I think it's all about just getting experience, making all the contacts, making a good impression, and just be positive, just be happy to be there, because things are always changing all the time. Once you've started as a runner, maybe the next shoot you're on, you could be third AD and start organising all like the cast and crew and doing bits of paperwork, because really being a producer is you've got to kind of be around every role.
Yeah.
And so the more that you're doing, the more that you're around it, the more you pick up.
Yeah. So you've been doing a lot of producing, a lot of directing. Do you think, are you're obviously still carrying on acting? Do you think like you've got more of a love now towards like the producing, directing side over the acting?
I think nothing beats walking into a shop and you go up to the shelf and you go, I made that. That's really awesome. And you kind of go, oh, this is so exciting. I do love it. Yeah. Like I wake up, it's the first thing I do all day till I go to bed. And I just think that you can cast yourself as anything in anything that you're making. And so really it just goes hand in hand with acting. Like nothing will ever replace acting.
Yeah.
But I just think, yeah, I do love it. It's fun.
And I've asked people who I've interviewed before, so with any profession you want to get into, you've got to have like some kind of daily habit that keeps you driving towards being successful. What is your top daily habit that you do every day without a shadow of a doubt that helps you that one step further to where you want to go?
I make a list. I make a list of every single thing that I need to do to get on to that next stage. It doesn't matter how little. Because it's funny, you don't realise how motivated you are. So I do a list and I write the time that I'm going to do it by, because there is so much to do. And it's very easy to just go on the computer and be like, well, I'm going to do this task to progress. And then you just go on Facebook and the whole thing just falls apart. So, yeah, do your list, do your time, and you make sure that it gets done, because you don't want to be left, I call it like coasting, just coasting in that area. And some tasks are more terrifying than others. Do it now, don't wait. Like if you've got to ring a really scary person in another country that's maybe buying your film, you do it right now. Don't put it off.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got I saw on your website that you've got a couple of films that are in pre-production. So Tooth Fairy or Tooth
we just shot that actually. I need to update my website. That's the one we're trying to get signed at the moment.
Oh,
so
awesome.
That feels a bit mental. Yeah, that's crazy. You'll like that one.
And then there's also The Nun.
The Nun is, so what we do, I haven't updated my website in a while. We have loads of films in pre-production, and then as soon as it gets green lit, then we go for it. The Nun, that's still in pre-production. That's more like a drama. It's like a real life drama based around these girls who get sent to this convent for various reasons, like maybe because it's set in like the olden days, maybe they've done something wrong, or maybe they haven't done anything wrong, but because of the religion and what it was like at the time, they've been sent to this place to sort their sins out. There is a bit of a horror element because they start seeing this like ghost of this nun like coming round, and all the girls are talking about it, and the convent sisters are like, no, you haven't seen anything, you're all going to get punished. And it's quite like a hard-hitting drama. But with that, we're just waiting for... there's somewhere that we need to film it, like, really specifically, and we have to wait for the right distributor to come up to say, yeah, we want that. So that's it. That's pending. That's pending.
You've done a lot. You've done a lot of horrors.
Yeah.
Do you find that? I know I've spoken to some people and they say that they find the horror is easier to sell to distributors than, say, a drama would be. Which was one of the problems that we were having with Blame, because it's very much a drama, and it always seems to be a bit of a sticky point with the dramas, I think. Do you think, other than The Nun, do you think you will eventually like branch out away from the horror, or do you think like you just love doing the horror? That's just what you love doing?
I have got another film in pre-production now. It's actually a short which we're then going to turn into a feature, called The Suit Weareth the Man. It's written and directed by Mitch Marion, and he last year had a film out with they're called Peccadillo distributors, and it's like an LGBT erotic thriller type film.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got one of those. So it's not really a horror. So that's more going down the drama route, which is exciting. What else have I got? Yeah, definitely. I really want to start making series. Like, I'd like to make an LGBT series for sure. There's always, the thing is with us, there's always something going on. Everything just starts getting planned, and only when something gets green lit and the distributor goes, yeah, I want this, and we go, fine, forget everything else. No, we planned it, doesn't matter, don't care, we're now doing that. So that's kind of how it works. But yeah, I do it.
In the last couple of years, you constantly just seem to be like doing back to back to back to back. You know, most people, they go like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, right, and then we'll do this, and then we'll go promote it, and just going to have a bit of downtime. You're like, no, I'm doing this one, and then this one's going to go over this one. This was good.
Yeah, I've got a very, very excitable team that I work with. One particular individual works at the speed of light, and we all just try and bolt along behind them. I think it's just when you film something and then you get a massive buzz, and then it finishes, and then when you're going to do pre-production, it's like, oh, I've just gone on this website and I've seen this idea for this, maybe we could do that, and then maybe it turns into, oh, I've got a treatment, and then it's, I'm just going to ask this distributor if they want this.
It's brilliant. So in the lines of acting, do you have anything coming up that you're going to be in at the moment?
I'm in a film called Mandy the Haunted Doll, and that's made by Proportion Productions, and I believe that's being released the later part of this year. So basically, you have like the main storyline about this haunted doll, and I'm kind of in the ending, and it's like the film is finished, and then you kind of see what happens after. I'm kind of like the girl at the end, and you find out what's happened next to the haunted doll. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And so, final question was, social media at the moment is it either gets like a lot of stick, or a lot of people like big it up and say it's really useful. I personally find it tremendously useful. Like, I don't just sit there scrolling through going like, oh, that's a nice baby, or oh, lovely doggy. Have you found that it's been like detrimental in helping you to network with people and find work and find the team of people that you want to work with?
Well, funny enough, I get actors sending me messages all the time on Twitter. They add me and then they send me a message through my website, or on Twitter or whatever. And I have cast people because it's just instant, isn't it? Like, you can be on your phone, someone can message you, and you can watch their show reel straight away, and you go, oh, right, I'm just going to send that to the other producer, and then maybe we can get him in for an audition. The other way round, Yeah, I think it's useful. You know, when you add people and it just kind of, because you're constantly seeing them in your feed, it's like, oh, right, I need to send them my show reel for this, because you know that it kind of works both ways. And I
Yeah.
think that I like it in a professional sense. Sometimes, yeah, I don't. I always have like my personal one is always Facebook for me, but like my professional one is always Twitter or like the Facebook page. You know what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do like looking through and seeing what people have done and yeah, contacting them. So yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, see, I've been Facebook used to be my favourite, but I've just started this new one, Holonis, and I'm literally like, I'm on it all the time. My middle name is now Leila Holonis Kotori.
I've never heard that.
It's literally awesome. It's great because you can put like links to your website, your YouTube channel, and Facebook, Instagram, all of it, all on the same page. You
Yeah,
can do like blogs, videos, everything, and there's a shop on there as well, so you can sell like your stuff on there.
that sounds amazing already.
And they're just about to integrate PayPal into it as well. So I was just like, oh, I love it. So,
You know, that's really cool.
so yeah, I've just been like, I'm constantly on my phone at the moment, just like,
I just about that with Snapchat, but then I like it with Snapchat when you got something going on.
Yeah.
But then the days when you're just working from home, like I've done nothing worthy today at Snap.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the point?
So thank you very much for talking to us. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Please go check out Louisa's website. I will put that and all the links underneath. And of course, keep an eye out for all of her films that are coming out. There are lots. There's loads already out and there's more to come. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. Bye.